No, it's enough of that. It's enough of that mental Pete. Oh, you don't want to hear none of that mental Pete. Well, I'm back. Look at me. Look at me, I'm back. I was going to do my hair for you today. Oh, I'm in a rush. I'm rushing everywhere. I'm Russian. Partly Russian. Well, I am on a Saturday. Don't I look gorgeous? I do look hot, don't I, really, when you think of it? I do look hot. I know you're all there. I know you're all lining up. Oh, you're all grabbed. You can't wait. I bet you've grabbed all of your devices, haven't you? I bet you got hold of your devices and you're like, oh my God, it's gin and skins. I bet go there. Now listen up, bubble wrap people. Get your bubble wrap, stick it down the top. It's the usual routine, what you got to do with gin and skins. Get the bubble wrap, stick it down the bar so it can sort of even you out. So you're not so unwelding. And quite frankly, mutated below the waist. I don't know where I got Welsh from. I was probably thinking about Waz. Probably, you know what I mean. So grab a drink of choice. Of course, it's got to be for alcoholic. Because, obviously, like, it's a day. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, AM, PM time. So just grab a gin, put it in your mug so nobody, your neighbours, you don't want them to think you're an alcoholic, especially if they're peeping through your bedroom window. Oh, no, it's just me, innit? Oh, so just grab a drink and just glug it back. Just go, oh, look, I'm stopping you looking at me beautifulness. Oh, look at me. Do you know what? I have spent the entire afternoon, you two people, getting ready for you. And now you can get ready with me. Look at me. Aren't I bloody hot? Honestly. It's no wonder all those men on Twitter can't stop talking about me. I'm bloody hot. They're all going to have fisticuffs over me, they are. They are going to have fisticuffs. Was it handcuffs? I don't know, it might be either really, isn't it, to be fair. Now, oh dear, I can't have that, can I? Look, doing things, how dare it. Got that from Supermug, didn't I? Supermug. Well, say Supermug. It was from the rejected out the back of the skip. So they ain't going to miss it. They ain't going to miss it, are they? Let's be honest, they ain't. So what have we been up to this week? Well, a lot's been happening. It has, a hell of a lot's been happening. Oh, no, it hasn't. I've just been sat on Twitter all week. I've been on Twitter all day today. Just posting the usual same inane bleeding stuff. Did you know? I don't know if you did know, but you're going to know now because I'm going to tell you, right? Did you know? Oh, this is going to expand your, whatever it is you got, whatever you've got, it's going to expand it. Because it expanded me. Well, something expanded me. Oh no, that was us, wasn't it? Won't talk about that. My lips are sealed. You're so dirty. Anyway, where am I? Yes, so, did you know, you two people, under the Online Harms Bill of 2023, which came into force, a lot of it came into force last October, but the majority of it came into force this January, just gone. So, it's January 24. And, under that, it doesn't matter what X's terms and conditions are, when you are, even if you're behind 7 proxy firewalls, I might just add that in, like what I is and people what I know is, and that's what we say it is, yeah? Don't matter about that because it's got like cyber crimes unit, do you know what I mean? They're like worse than the WhatsApps. Yeah, they are, they're worse. If you put the CIA, here we go, in with the KGB, and the FBI and the MI5 and the MI6 chucked in, and then sprinkled some Mossad on the whole lot of them, that's your cyber crimes unit. It is. Ask me how I know. Go on, I bloody dare you. Ask me how I know. I ain't going to tell you. Nah. Only flange. Nah. Because, no, I'm joking. But I do know this, right? And, right, what they do, look at me. Am I lovely? So, I don't know how many firewalls, proxy firewalls you've got. They're going to be in your underpants faster than what you can probably say. Gertie Rude, to be fair. That fat old bitch has been getting on my tits this week as well. She's been getting on my bloody, not mind you, to be fair. When you look on Twitter, she gets on everybody's nerves. She does. I don't know how she does it. She's got an uncanny knack for being the most unpopular person. It's very popular, but to be unpopular. And she quite likes that. She buzzes off of that. And of course, they've got their usual victims on there, haven't they? Oh, where was that? Oh, yeah. Now, did you know, people out there, I'm going to educate you. Look. What chins and bloody China, aren't I? Anyway, look. I got hot. You can see I'm ready because it's Saturday night. It's Saturday night and I'm poised to go out. I'm going to go out in the town, I'm going to go out and boogie. Yeah, in my post-menopausal sort of, whatever it is people do. To be fair, I'm not. So, under the Online Harms Bill, you're not allowed to do most of the stuff what people do on Twitter. You're not. It's illegal. You're not allowed to do it. No. And you're going to say to me, what is it, Gert, that you ain't allowed to do? Shall I tell you? I'm not going to tell you. But everything what you're doing, let's rule of thumb. I've been studying you lot on Twitch, whatever it's called, Mr. Elon Musk in with the rockets. He's got Starlink, and that one is Starlink. I'll give him bloody Starlink. He wants to get rid of half the bloody reprobates that go around and place on Twitter. You ain't got nothing nice to say. They just keep saying it all day. And they say the same thing again and again. It's repetitive. But that is in the nature of what one might call cyber terrorism, which is what it is. It is. And at the cyber terrorism crime unit, cyber crime thingy, what they've got, yeah, well, a lot of the stuff you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to put people, well, you weren't allowed to before, but you ain't allowed to do it now. You're not allowed to put people's names, full names, addresses, or rusters on the floor. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I click that camera on, you're not coming on camera. No one wants to see your ugly, baldy, bleeding bonce. Stay down. Actually, don't stay down there. Piss off. Honestly. He's like a feral cat, he is. I can't get rid of him. Bloody bald git. So anyway, more threatening emails. That's another thing. You're not allowed to do that either. It's harassment. But, now, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, online harm. Right. On the Online Harms Bill, right, this is going to shock you. You actually ain't allowed to do like 99.9%, 99.999% recurving of what you do every day. Or say what you do, mainly what I do. And twat a ladder of Katie. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. And that twat, Trevor Maloney, and the other one, the Flagmeister, hiding behind his little soccer account, which we all know. we all know them. Well, same way, I mean, the probably cyber crime people, they probably do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk out of school because far be it from me to say anything outside school. You know, what do you think I am? You give me Savile. So, I made a joke. Oh, I didn't. Gertie Reed made a joke a few weeks, about a month ago, about being on investigation on a restraining order to do with my machinations. That time I nearly smelt Johnny Depp's belt buckle. Do you remember? I unburdened myself and I shared it with you, didn't I? I shared it with you. I was that far from his belt buckle. Well, say that far, he was over the road. So I was quite near. And I was poised in that direction, belt buckle angle. So I made the joke. Then people got the transcript of the joke, cut it up, plastered it on Twitter as malicious communications and made out I'd been arrested and I'm on a restraining order, not me, Gertie Reed. I did it to her because she's a fucking twat, to be honest. Fucking dickhead. So, turns out it's illegal, not allowed to do that. Not allowed to put people's names and addresses out there all the time. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to steal images that you haven't got permission to reproduce. It's illegal. And I know the other thing, but I've forgotten what it is. Is it tagging? No, because Gertie always says tag. Gertie always says tag, 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 tag. Keep bloody tagging, Gems. So she says, every time she speaks to me, she says, Gertie, have you been tagging? Have you been tagging? Because don't be on X without tagging. Because there's no point in going on X and saying something about somebody if they don't know you've said it. So you have to tag them in. So just say, off the top of my head, I want you to tag in, say, Metropolitan Police Force, say Suffolk Police Force, and say Leeds Police Force. Just say, off the top of my head, just say that. Just imagine it. Are you imagining it? Right. Say you tag them all in, then that goes directly to them. And then that gets passed down to the cybercrimes. Basically, it does, yeah. And then what they do is they have a look at it and they think, oh, is someone just telling us something that we need to know? Or are they just making a malicious communication? And I'll tell you why I know this, and I'll tell you how I know this, and I'm not going to say too much. Look at me. Got all my bubble wrap down my front. I'm not gorgeous. I'm all in proportion now. Because if you see me in real life, I am a bit sort of go like that, and I go so wide you can't see me. And my legs are elephant. I'm circus material, really, really. If it wasn't for social media, I would be in the circus. I would be. I'll make some money. Yeah, talk about that. I'm all OnlyFlange as well, aren't I? OnlyFlange, yes! You can also have to pay me some shekels, though. So when was I? Oh, yeah, you can't do it. Whatever it is, I was just saying you're not allowed to do it. It's actually illegal. And if you do it probably... Because I'll tell you what happened, right? Apparently, don't say I've said, because it was all in the newspapers. And it was on telly, and my hair's dropped down at the back there. I'm trying to keep me bloody... I'm going to have to buy a new one. Because my dog did actually bury this in the back garden once, in the veg patch. I think she thought it was a rabbit, and she thought the rabbit was trying to get away, so she was digging the old digger. I don't know what happened. And I cleaned it up, and I stuck it on my head for you. For you. Everything I do is for you guys. It is. So where was I? So, yeah, I'll tell you how I know about this with the online crimes and the tagging, right? Because if you tag it, say, like, you do something, say your name's Diane. Just say, I don't mean Princess Diane, because obviously she's dead and no one wants to be that, do we? Don't want to be that. So, just say your name's Diane, and say you're a little bit mental, and say one day in summer, like what I saw in summer, somebody said something on there that upset me. And I got lumpage, because I really did think, well, I didn't, but Diane, I was playing Diane now. Diane really did think that she was in the Rustafer, obviously my Rustafer, not that I want him. I mean, to be honest, she can have him, but I can't get rid of him. He's a bit like herpes, do you get me? But, you know, it's another story. And I probably might start a medical channel. Do you think I should start a medical channel? Do you think I should start a medical channel or cosmetic channel? Maybe I'll start both. Because I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I can do everything. Your life will be totally altered. But obviously, you've got to give me your pay card credit details through your PayPal thingy bob. And I've got to keep touching this because it keeps bloody falling. Stay on. Right, so where was I? Say your name's Diane. And say you've had a row with Lucifer on X because they cyberly on X they were in someone. Well, she was, but he wasn't. Say your name's Diane. Just pretend for a minute your name's Diane. Right, and you think to yourself, right, I'm going to make... It's a bit like when they shot President Reagan. Do you remember that? Mark Hinckley. He did it to impress Jodie Foster, if you remember. I mean, I wasn't there, but do you remember? So, I think she did the same, because she was with Baldy, but do you know what I mean? So that happened. She got umpage about it, probably because she wasn't on the hormonal patches. Sent out a tweet that she was going to do something to Buckingham House, which is somewhere in London. I don't know where it is. I mean, don't quote me on it. Somewhere near the Mall, Pally Mally, something like that. She sent out a tweet saying, right, I've got myself a backpack. I'm going to go and do something I shouldn't to the royal family who are apparently having a picnic in the park at this Buckingham House, something like that. Hashtag at Metropolitan Police. Only one. She's up in bloody court for it. One. Can you even believe it? I can. So, obviously, when I go on there, and Gertie Reid keeps saying to me, tag, she's hallucinating me to break laws. She's trying to get me in the family way. Oh, no, that's Russ, isn't it? Oh, no, I don't know what she's doing. She's trying to get me in trouble anyway. So, that is a thing. And if you do tag in people, because Gertie knows quite a lot of police peoples. I think she is a police person herself, to be honest. Nobody knows what she works as. She says she works as a scrubber, but does she? Nobody knows. It's under the covers. Not on the covers, under the covers. So, she knows about this type of thing. And now I'm panicking like shit because, well, in half an hour, I can break the law about 100 times, 200 times maybe. I'm going to go a bit coquettish now. So I feel a little bit ashamed. And you know what happens? I'll tell you another thing what happens. This is quite an interesting thing about the law. And this is for Trevor Maloney as well. Right? He's a very, 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 very mentally unwell cyber stalker of Gertie's. Very mentally unwell. He works for the Flagmeister. They're together like that. They do. I mean, I don't want to think about it. Do you get me? I mean, I've seen both of them. I've seen what he looks like. It's not nice. Well, it wouldn't be, would he? I mean, why is he sat on Twitter all day being anonymous? Oh, I've got to be anonymous, but I'm going to put everybody's name out there, everybody's address out there, and I don't care if you've got kids, fuck you, it's all going up there. And yes, and I even said when Gertie in his hospital the other week, I thought I'd be a bitch, and I said, oh, well, I think she should have her kid took off her, because I don't think she's capable of looking after you, because I'm Jen Skins, and in my professional, snidey little snappy attitude that I've got, which is toxic, I don't think anybody should have kids, apart from, like, obviously, me. And I used to be friends with Jimmy Savile, and he was very good with kids. And I once went to the Gary Glitter gang show, where they gang banged me when I was a kid. Well, no, I wasn't a kid. I was 52 at the time. Do you get me, capiche? But you know what I mean? It was the 70s. Everybody all hung out in the 70s. Anyway, back to me, Gin and Skins. So, yeah, it's a lot of criminality going on Twitter, which is why if you can't play nicely, you best not be a criminal. Because when I think of it, there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be going on. That's all I'm saying. I can't be any fairer than that. Well, I could be fairer than that, but I'll probably get into trouble. Where are we? 18 minutes of me rambling on. So anyway, I know you're all mental, you're still mental people. I'm trying to help all you mental people. I'm trying to help the mental people on Twitter. They're all mental. They should ban that bloody app. They're mental. But then also, when I was on there the other day, there's people that go on X and they talk about Jesus Christ our Lord. Some of them might talk about the great god Buddha. Some of them talk about Ganesh, which is obviously me, the elephant god. And I feel I'm sort of quite touched about that. I'm so touched. They've actually got a god and a Twitter page just for me, Gin Skins. So, yeah, the great god Ganesh. And so people do go on there and act normal. Some people go on there talking about fly fishing. Some people might go on there and they want to talk about skydiving or muff diving or any form of diving, maybe deep sea diving. Maybe you want to dive in the Mariana Trench. Can you imagine? Oh no, that's what Russell says. banging. He says that's. He says I'm like the Mariana Trench. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying no more than that, eh? You can all wonder. Like that. Anyway, so I better go because he's poised. He's ready to go. And I mean, it's Saturday and he's on a promise, and do you know what I mean? So, I mean, that has to be done. When Seagull, that horrible old Canadian cow that reckons she's a nurse, she's a bloody nurse, I'm a bloody ballerina. Just as well that Canada's a Commonwealth country and got good connections, because that bloody old snipe shouldn't be around vulnerable people. She's a bloody menace. Do you see her on there, Seagull? Oh, she's got to follow them around like this. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. Right little bloody, oh, horrible bloody woman she is. She's about, anyway, she says, Gertie Rude, she says, I don't think Gertie Rude's funny. But I don't think that, I don't think she's there in the end, is she? As far as I can remember, well, I did say to Gertie, did you see that? Because Seagull says you ain't funny. And Gertie Rude says that's because I ain't butch like her. That's all she said. So, I mean, make of that what you will. Now, look at my eyebrows. I am a trained eyebrowtician. I'm trained in it. You can see, aren't they? They're not kissing cousins, are they? They're definitely not twins. I think, actually, this one might be Somalian. And this one could be Argentinian. I mean, in distance. Or comparison even, you know what I mean? But it's good to be different, isn't it? It's good to be different. I'd just like to remind everybody that this Tuesday coming is National Stand Up Against Bullying Day. So if we could all remember that on a sensible note, and I might be wearing something ridiculous on Tuesday. Oh no, to be fair, I'll do that every day. So anyway, I love you and leave you mental people. I know you're all out there and you want me makeup tips. You just want to look at me. You think, my God, that woman, she's like a Greek goddess. She's like a bloody Greek goddess. She's gorgeous. I wish I could look like her. Well, you can't. You just got to live with it, you just got to live with it. And any men out there, I'm not lesbianic, so I never say to women, but I am on OnlyFlange if you've got a thing like that. I'm on OnlyFlange. You drop me a couple of quid, I'll get my flange out. Yeah, as long as it's cooked, because I've usually got it in the oven. But if you'd like to have a look at my flange, it'll cost you. Love you, leave you, bye now.